Hi, James again from Bespoke Airsoft. Something a little bit different today. What we're going to do is we're going to be looking at the iterations of the TRMR device. We get a lot of questions asked about these devices. We are still saying that they're currently the best device on the market until someone sort of brings something out that will challenge the tremor. But a lot of different companies have different distraction devices, time devices, like the SWAT VTG and the Dynatex. A little bit different to this because they're time, they're not really impact. But the impact version of these devices, I don't think you can beat what Concept Tactical does. So we're going to have a little bit more in-depth look at what these are, how they operate, and then the different versions that we've seen throughout the years, and then what we've got, the versions that are available now on the market. So any further questions, feel free to contact us. We'll be happy to advise you and help you out either way. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for the video. So we're going to start where it all began, with the first trimmer, or TRMR, and that was with this little device here. Now it came with a base where you could fit a 209 primer in. You could also buy separate bases, so you could buy 9mm 12 gauge bases as well. And just like all the trimmer devices, it's got a simple twister arm safety. When it's twisted like that, it's live. When you throw it, it goes off, the plunger strikes the blank, and then obviously take it out and reuse it again. So it was a great device, don't get me wrong. It revolutionised the impact grenade market by far. There was nothing like it at the time. And moving forward with this, as we get to the sort of the later iterations of the device, I'm just going to go you through how it got there. So we had, like I say, the original tremor device. These came with one primer, 9mm or a 12 gauge blank, which you put in there. Every time you threw, you had to take that out and put it out. Now what Concept Tactical did, they were very clever, because to save time on reloading these devices, there's only one way you can go about it, and they already had the great construction and design built in from the get-go, where you could just take the base off and fit another one on. And that's exactly what they did. They came out with the multi-shot base. So this was a base where you could fit three 209 primers. You couldn't fit 9mm or 12 gauges just because of the size, and it had a little twist thing here, so you're just going through 1, 2 and 3. So basically what you do is you make the grenade live, throw it, hits the floor, retrieve the grenade, put it on safe, turn the bottom onto your second primer and throw it again. Now certain sites have rules on these, whether you can sort of change the spent 209 primers round while you're during the game. Some say you've got to go back to regen as you do it, so you've got that grenade is taken out of the game, and then when you get back there you can twist it so you don't have to worry about taking the primers out. A lot of people just use them on the field. They'll throw them into a room, retrieve the grenade, put it on safe, turn it over, and then on to the next room, so forth, or building. As you can see, these being the original devices, they took a bit of a beating. I've had them for a few years. These are actually my own devices. I've got another one here as well, and these are the devices that I still use today. They're still going strong. They always go off. The only time they won't go off is if I don't turn them quite all the way, whether it gets stuck on a bit of glove or whether I just haven't been paying attention, or throw it and the plunger can't quite strike far enough down. So that's where we are with the tremors. And then what they did is they released the new colours. So you could buy them with the X4 base. So it came with a base where you could use 209 primers, 8mm blanks, 9mm blanks and 12 gauge. So you could either buy it as an X4 variant, or you could buy it with the multi-shot base already attached to the grenade. This one, the main plus side of that is colour coded. So the multi-shot bases that you buy separately come in black, whereas this grenade, when it was acquired, it came with a colour coded base. So it just looks a little bit better on there, but same principle. I use this grenade as well when I'm in the field. I'll carry all three. As you can see, it's not quite as battered as those because these are years old, but it will still function the same way. And there we go. So they're starting to come a little bit further in their development. Obviously they were starting to play around with colours. And then what they did is they made another device which was predominantly for law enforcement and training purposes only, which was this one. Same twist to arm safety feature, but what it does, it won't let you arm the device until this button's pressed. So you press the button, arm the device. Now with you holding that button down, this grenade will not go off. It basically blocks the pin from moving downwards, and then obviously when you release it, when you throw it, hits the floor, bang, goes off. Now these came with X4 bases too, so you could change them out. Now I use this solely for mag flash. So I've got my 3 devices there that I use for 209 primers. I don't use 9mm blanks. I just don't think there's much of a plus to the 209 primers. They're not much louder, if louder at all, and the price increase as well. You can get 100 209 primers for about £6.99, £7. So this device is when I'm using my mag flash, and I basically use this device to differentiate between the other devices. So when I'm pulling these out of my kit, I know I'm using 209 primers. When I pull this one out, it's distinctively different. So I'm always using this for mag flash, or I mean, a lot of sites won't let you use 12 gauge blanks anyway. So that's where we are again. So these are all my own devices. These have been used over the years. I've never had any fault with them. Like I say, any fault that has occurred has been solely down to myself. And then what Concept Tactical did, they released the new version of these devices, which is the current version. So this is the version that you can buy today. It's the E1X4, and what they've made some slight advancements here. First, we'll go from top to bottom. You'll see that the plunger sticks out slightly on the top compared to the old ones where they were flush. They've got cutouts here, so it's easier to grip with your hands. You can still arm these with one hand. You can't do it with the other versions because you can't sort of press that and arm it at the same time. You've got too much force going on there. So these being the new X4 variants, the vibrant range, a lot of them brightly coloured. You can get them in a full range of colours. You can find them on our website, and this comes with the X4 base as well. So you can use 209 primers, 8mm, 9mm blanks, and then 12 gauge as well by taking the insert out. These are 30% more sensitive compared to the old ones, so they're going off a little bit better than what the old ones did. Not to put the old devices down at all, they're still great devices. These just a little bit more sensitive, a little bit more refined. They're going to push the development over the years. They're going to improve things. They're going to make little adjustments here and there, like I say, to make things operate a little bit more smoothly. So that one you see there is the purple one, and like I say, they do come in a full range of colours. Now, moving on from the E1X4, we've got the E2. So this is basically a newer version of the law enforcement device. Still has the button safety. You have to press it to sort of arm the device, and then while that's pressed you can't move the plunger at all. You'll see they'll have the new style plunger as well. This one sits a little bit more flush, where this one has sort of like a chamfered edge, and comes with the X4 base. So we do have these on the website too, in 3 different colours. They're not much more expensive than the E1s, but like I say, you cannot switch the bases out between the 2 devices. So if you're buying an E1, you've still got the versatility of fitting a multi-shot base. Even if you wanted to fit like one of the old bases, Gen 1 bases, it will still go on there. So everything that you've got for your Tremor devices, base wise, will fit this device, apart from the law enforcement side. So like I say, these aren't compatible between devices. You can use these with the various blanks as I've mentioned, but you're really going to be buying one of these. I think there's not much advantage from this one if you're using like the 209 primers, because you're probably just going to buy a multi-shot base and put that on there anyway. You're going to want the easier to reload, and it doesn't really make them much taller. So this you're really going to buy, in my opinion, to differentiate from the others. So you're probably going to be buying this to use your 12 gauge blanks, maybe your mag flash. Now mag flash is a brilliant cartridge. So I would recommend using one of these if you want to run some mag flash and you want to sort of have something a little bit different to your E1s in your kit. So when when you pull this bad boy out, you're going to be chucking mag flash around the corner. Always check with your sites that they allow mag flash. As I found out at Femme Fatale's birthday game at Strike Force. Sorry about that, Paul. I did not know you don't allow the mag flash rounds there. I did chuck a few round the corners and then someone pointed it out and then I stopped using it. It's not much louder than the 209 primes and the 9mm blanks. It just gives off more of a flash and more of a thud, more like a thermobaric. So another device I want to talk about is the US version trimmer. Now this is you could probably say it's the newest one that's available at the moment because it's not really made for the European market, it's made for the US market, but it does have some features that may be desirable to those that predominantly run 209 primers only. Now, unofficially, this device was made for the US market, and they redesigned the base because in the US they have more access to different types of blanks and cartridges which could potentially cause some danger or injury to the person that's operating the device or the person that's in the room that's going to be on the receiving end. So what they did is they redesigned the base, so you can't fit the 209 bases, you can't fit the X4 bases, you can't fit the 12 gauge bases or the multi-shot bases, you can only fit this one. And if they try to modify this device to take those other bases, they'll just destroy the device. So this is a tamper-proof device mainly made for the US market, just so they can use 209 primers only. It is 100% safe, and that's why they've done it. Not that people or airsofters in the US will misuse this device, but they have to sort of tick all boxes and make sure they are 100% on everything that they do. And I love Concept Tactical for this because they really do their homework and their research and put out a product that's going to, they haven't got a recall. I don't think they've ever recalled any of the TRMR devices. I don't think they've had much failures at all. Most are down to misuse or very, very small cases, I'd imagine, of like perhaps a bit of quality control, but I have never ever heard of a device they've had to receive back and replace. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this uses 209 primers only. It takes one 209 primer in the base there, and it has a cartridge system where you can store 209 primers around here. So as you've thrown your device, it's got a spring loaded system in there as well. Pop your 209 primer out, turn it to a slot here, pop a 209 primer out of the slot and back into the top, and then you're ready to go again. So it's kind of like an in-between of the first base and the multi-shot base. It's not as quick as the multi-shot bases, of course, but it's making it easier. You haven't got to carry your 209 primers in a pouch or a little tin or something on your kit or something that's hard to get to. As soon as you're taking this device apart, you can grab another cartridge ready to go to put it into there. So it functions just the same as any other E1 X4 series. It's pretty much the same top, it's just a different base. So these are available on the website as well for the same price. You can find them in various colours too. So you can see all the variants here. There are some here that I haven't got at the moment as well, but if they're not here, you probably can't buy them anyway. So the ones that are available on the market today are the E1 X4s, the new E2s and the US versions, and these are the ones that, like I say, these are my own ones here. So you can see I don't try and push anything out there that I don't think is a good product. I wouldn't try and force or say this is the best ever unless I'm 100% certain I will use it myself, and the proof is in the pudding there. I've got 4 myself. I use them at every game I go to. Whether I'm in Woodland or not, I'll still carry my 2 originals just in case I'm going to clear a building or something like that. So if you've got any more questions or any more information needed, just feel free to contact us on the Facebook page, on YouTube, on the website as well, or just email us, or you can call us on a 01543 278 248. I'm always here. I'm here 9 till 6 Monday to Friday. Just give us a shout if you need anything else, and I hope this video has cleared a few things up there. Like I say, we do get asked a lot of questions on these devices, so I hope I've covered everything. If I haven't, or if you feel like I've got something wrong, please feel free to comment. Feel free to comment below, and sort of we'll discuss it, and I'll make adjustments to the video if need be. But thanks for tuning in. I hope this has been something that's been a little bit useful to you, Like I say, I believe these are the best impact grenades on the market today. Some people will disagree with me. That's more than, you're more than welcome to your opinion. You're more than welcome to use the kit that you want to supply. I'm not knocking anyone else's device out there. I'm just saying what I believe is the best impact device on the market. So big thanks to Concept Tactical for constantly innovating and bringing us new products, and another thank you to them as well to providing these great products that they've already released that everyone seems to love and use every game day. So if there's anything else you'd like to see, or anything else you'd like more information on, whether it's guns, whether it's ammo, whether it's magazines, anything at all, just feel free to give us a shout and we'll try and do the best we can to push these videos out for you.